Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Saturday, August 31st, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we're freaking excited for you. Sorry, just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure that the mic was still on. We're freaking excited for you. If it doesn't fit, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that was not meant for you. God, that was a blonde moment. I was trolling around on TikTok and I was like, wait a minute, is my mic even on? Because it'll like go off, but I don't know. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. What can I say? I'm a nerd. Ooh. We got 2 cards on the table. I think I want to go outside and get some sun. 3 cards on the table. 4 cards on the table. Five cards on the table. Six cards on the table. Seven cards on the table. Ooh. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more shuffles. We keep getting reads where people like think they're in relationships and then they realize that they're like not the relationship they should be in. Oh, I don't like that energy. One more here. 8 cards on the table. Hmm. All right. 9 cards at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this on the windowsill. Let it pick up some sun. Sorry, I know it seems a little dark. The sun was kind of shining in. Now it's not. I don't know. I'm too lazy to turn on the light. We've got mutual attraction, partnership, union, love. I'm just going to read all the words on there. Teamwork, collaboration, learning. We've got movement, fast pace, change, action. We've got spiritual wisdom, tradition, institutions. We've got sudden change, upheaval, chaos. We've got love, harmony, relationships. We've got illusion, fear, anxiety. We've got sex, sex. Okay. I don't know if that's on my brain or if that's on your brain or both of our brains. We've got success, public recognition, and progress. We've got business, leadership, security, and wealth. It's the bottom of the deck. All right. Feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. Take how it resonates. If this is for you or someone you know, take how it resonates. I'm going to read it as if it was you, baby. And again, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. All right. You're in a relationship with someone, a partnership, a union. You love this person. This is teamwork. This is a collaboration. You learn from each other. You grow from each other. This was a very, with the movement card, this was a very fast paced coming together. Like, just an example, again, take how it resonates. But if you meet someone, like, I'll just make it easy on myself. You meet someone in January. You're dating, like officially dating, like February. By like May or June, you're telling each other that you love each other. And by November, December, by September you're engaged, and by November and December you're married. Like, to me, that's pretty fast paced. And there are relationships that I've known that have been much more fast paced than that. But I'm definitely getting it was like a I just heard like a collision of planets. Personally, I was just thinking like two people smashed and that was the end of it. Like, we're together, bitches. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. With the spiritual wisdom card, it says traditions, tradition, institutions. You're both spiritual, you're both religious, something like that. Maybe one of you is one or the other. Two very traditional people. Actually, no. Okay, scratch that. Nope. Mm-mm. These are two people that believe they are spiritually inclined or religiously inclined. They put on a facade that they are traditional, like a traditional couple, but they are not. With the sudden change, upheaval, and chaos card, this love, harmony, relationships card, um, someone is realizing that this is all an illusion and they're pretty anxious about it. And there's some fear there. Or if if this isn't one of the people that's realizing it's an illusion, they're anxious and they're in fear about it. This is someone that is anxious and fearful that the other person will realize this is all an illusion. Hmm. With the success card, public recognition, progress, this is going to come to light. So either situation that I just said, that other person is going to wake up to the illusion. It's coming to light. With the business card, it says leadership, security, and wealth. What I'm seeing here is someone standing on business. One of these people that wakes up to the illusion is going to be really ticked off because they thought they were either, again, two different scenarios here. So either they were not in touch with the illusion and they're going to wake up and they're going to be pissed off because they didn't realize like this was a quote unquote like fake union. Like, how did I not see what was going on right in front of me? Or the other scenario where the two people know it's like a facade, kind of. They're going to be pissed off because this is going to come out to the public. Like, they're both going to realize, like, people are starting to catch on to the fact that they have a fake union. Like, their union it's all a facade. It's not traditional. There's no spirituality in there. There's no religion in there. I mean, for the most part. And there's probably really, in all honesty, there's mutual attraction, or there was sexual attraction, but the love, there's not really any love there. Like, they did not build a sturdy foundation. Like, their foundation is built in quicksand. We all know what sand's like. You can't build a house on quicksand. And if, again, two different situations. So if the one person wakes up to the illusion, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to stand on business. They're basically going to want out of this situation and want away from this other person because they're basically the one that caused the illusion, I guess you would say. I'm not necessarily getting like black magic or anything like that or love spells or anything like that, but it's just someone that probably had an intuition and they knew that they were putting on a facade. So this person saw a facade, and when they got into this relationship, it was all a facade. You know what I'm saying? So now this other person is pissed. They're standing on business. They don't want to have anything to do with this other person. Like, you don't love me? Then why are we even together? Now, if it's both of them that were putting up the illusion and they both knew it was a facade and they didn't care, and now everybody's finding out about it, they're realizing, like, oh, this relationship was bullshit from the beginning. They're they're trying to stand on business together and trying to basically do damage control. Like, no, 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 like, we were in love at the beginning, we were meant to be together at the beginning, but we just kind of grew apart, and then we didn't want to say anything. We were just keeping things going because we felt bad, and we were upset and didn't know any better. But you know what I mean? Like, they're coming up with some type of Crimea River story so that the people around them are like, oh, okay, like, sure. but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Whatever this whatever this couple is gonna say about the illusion, the facade of their relationship, it's not gonna work. Like people are gonna think about like how these two people got together, how they stayed together, what they did in their journey through their union, and people are just gonna look at them sideways. Like they're gonna get the eye mm, like I don't think you're being truthful. Like I think there's something funny there. So two different scenarios for that. But an illusion either way. Like this was not a union based on love. It was probably more just like sex, some type of sexual attraction. And again, you can't really I mean, can some people build marriages on sexual attraction? Sure. Do they last? Do they? Do they last? You're going to have a better chance of your marriage, your union lasting if it's built with love and not sex. And I'm not saying that sex is important. Like I am a firm believer in the sex. Like I think that is very important in a relationship. But do I think that's what your relationship should be built on? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not really sure like why. It's funny because when you watch readings, like they will say that false people or quote unquote karmic people will come together because of money, or they will come together for fame, which will lead to money, or they come together for looks. Like, oh, well, we look aesthetically pleasing together and we like to fuck. Like, let's just make it a thing, right? But in my mind, like, how do you justify that behavior? Like, how do like you fuck around with somebody, right? On and off for a while. And then you come together and you're like, well, look, like, why don't we be in a relationship? Like, people think we look good together, and the sex is great. And, we could be everything for each other. We could make money together. We could be famous together. We could, like, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of like a Hollywood hookup marriage, like where two actors get set up together by their publicists or their managers, and then they're like, "We think the two of you would do really well together if you got married. You'd probably get a lot of movie deals and TV deals and da 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 da." Like it just seems so fake to me when you have that perspective on a union. Like that's not a real union. It's kind of, and this isn't really going out on a limb, but it's going to be something that some people are not going to like to hear, especially if they're not religious or spiritual. But when you create unions like that, you're kind of throwing shit in God's face. I like just personally, I can honestly say like when I married my ex-husband, I was in love with him. He was my best friend. He was my person. I was in love with him. I wanted to, at the time, like, I'm like, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. Like, this is the dude. This is the dude. I was happy with where I was in life, with the two of us, where we were together. Like, it was all good. The reason why I wanted the divorce was because I realized that from the beginning, like, I was soothing myself with a promise of something that wasn't there. Because my ex husband is who he is. And I thought, well, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, maybe he'll change. No, that's not how people are. People change because they want to change. They don't change because you tell them they have to. And when I told my husband I wanted a divorce, because I didn't ask, I told him, I said to him, I said, it's not really my place to ask you to change. Like, you have to want to change who you are. And the enlightenment is coming to the conclusion that he was always what he was when I got together with him, when I married him, and I knew that. So the fault is on me for that because I knew what he was and I married him anyway, thinking eventually, like, he'll become a big boy and figure himself out. But again, like, he is what he is. I knew that when I married him. It's not for me to change him, it's for him to want to change. And he wasn't there. And I was there. Like, I was ready to go. Like, I was done living with him the way he was. And he wasn't done with that path yet. It's like we were going in opposite directions, as some people do in marriages. Not all marriages last forever. But I can honestly say, like, when him and I got together at the time, like, I loved him. And I still love him. I'm just not in the love with him. So when I think about our union and our time together, I don't look at it like I threw shit in God's face. Like, that was what I wanted at the time. I was happy at the time. To me, in the eyes of God, like, that was a good union at the time. Again, we all grow and change, and sometimes we need to move on. But it's like this couple, like, I just heard they threw shit in God's face and then they hid their hands and they ran. Cuz you can't get into a union like this and then turn around and be like, "Well, we're religious, like, we believe in God, we love God, da 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 da." And then you're in this fake false union that doesn't doesn't really bring you any love. Like, it's all a facade. There's definitely going to be karma for that kind of situation, cuz how could how do you justify that? In my mind, it's very hard to justify that. But yeah, again, If it's the one scenario, this one person's going to stand on business and they're going to leave this other person because they're very upset that this was all just an illusion. It was all bullshit. And again, if it's the couple and they were both in on the illusion and they did it on purpose, they're not going to be able to cover their tracks. People are going to look at them like, why did you even do what you did? Like, why did you even. It's like that energy of like they stepped on other people to get where they are, and people are going to look at them like, why did you do that? Like, because let's face it, if you're willing to be in a relationship, be in a commitment, marry someone for no good reason other than you think that you can make money together and be famous together, you're probably the asshole that would step on everybody to get what you want. Thankfully, I am not that asshole. I am not that asshole. And I will tell you every day, yeah, I wouldn't mind being wealthy. I wouldn't mind having a couple million in the bank. I really would not. I would love to be able to donate like $500,000 to my favorite charities. I would love to be able to do that. I would love to have my picture on a wall being like, yeah, I donated $1 million. But I would never, I could give a shit about fame. I could care less. I could care less. I think all the time about when I do my documentary for my second YouTube channel, what would happen if it went like viral and I became famous and someone wanted to make it into a movie or something like that. I think about that all the time. And it's a little unsettling for me because I'm not that person. I am not that woman. I am like the female Keanu Reeves. I am humble. There's a reason why I call myself the humble hermit. You know, it's funny because now I'm thinking about it like, people tell me now like, "Oh, you're really pretty or you're beautiful or you're sexy or whatever." And I'm always like, "Yeah, I know." And I do know. I do know. Like I do think I'm beautiful. I think I'm pretty. I think I'm sexy. I think I'm funny. La 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 la. But there was a time where I didn't feel that way. There was a time when I was very insecure about myself, especially when I was married to my ex-husband, especially. But yeah, like I cannot imagine stepping on someone else's back just to get money and fame. Like the fame I could care less about. And the money, I would probably give most of it away or start my own charity, my own nonprofit. Like, and I've said before, my dream was always to have like a big ass farmhouse on a lot of land. And originally, like, I just wanted to have animals like cats, dogs, horses, pigs, cows, taking animals in need. Like, I would just have like a whole fucking barn heated, filled with cats. Like, I'd go out to the cat barn every day and roll around with the cats. You know what I mean? And the dogs too. Like, and then the next part of the dream was having kids, adopting kids, fostering kids, taking in kids that need help, kids that don't have a home, kids that need a place to live. Because even though I had a family, like there was always a part of me that always felt on my own, felt separate. And that wasn't even necessarily my family putting me in that situation, it was me feeling that way. So, yeah, my dream has always been to give back. to give most of what I have back. And I mean, I don't give away most of what I have now, but I give away, my time, my energy, my money, and I don't ever regret it. Even to the people that turn around and stab me in the back and hurt me, I don't ever regret it because I'm true to the person that I am. I can't regret that. But yeah, I can't imagine like I want to be so successful, so rich, so famous that I would just like step on other people to get there. But this couple, they would do that and probably did. Probably did. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on for 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody's having a fabulous weekend so far, and I will talk to you later. Bye.